Yes! Isekai Raid! Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio. Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio.
I have no idea, don't ask me.
I fucking what your streams. Isekai Raid. Yeah! Let's do a crime during the Isekai Raid. Welcome welcome everyone to episode 11 of season 1 of Amara Angels. Did I put queens or angels? I put angels. It's angels. It's everything's fine. I put angels. Listen,
We've morphed into Amara Queens.
it's like it's one word difference. I made a
if
big
the queens
mistake.
die, do we level up into the new queens? Is that how it works?
How do angels level up into queens? Also, everyone thank Lightning for the hero point.
Lightning, thank you.
Fucking. But
don't you owe someone some hero or villain points because of the redeems not working on the horror stream?
Oh, no, because funny story. No. So this happened on Sunday. Yeah, it's happened on Sunday when I So for those who don't know, on Sunday I did a horror stream, and during the horror stream I do have some bit sound alerts that can happen where you can scare the shit out of me. One of them is a jump scare, which is quite expensive, but it's a jump scare. Unfortunately, during the horror stream, the sound alerts weren't working. They were all queued up, but none of them were playing, which just basically meant they weren't working. So I did promise work, I think it was work, that I would give work some free hero points because I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't give back the points. Also, IT, I love the edit. Thank you so very much. But here's the thing: the sound alerts were left in queue, and Sunday. Yeah, so the horror stream was Saturday. Sunday, I turned on my OBS to get ready for another stream, and the sound alerts played because they were in queue, and I nearly fell off my chair because the first one was literally the jump scare.
That sounds awesome. I wish we could have seen it.
Yes, well, it still scared the shit out of me.
If you had OBS turned on, that means it recorded?
No, it didn't. It just turned on before I recorded. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what happened, Lightning. True, Lightning. I'll give you back this hero point that you just gave the party. They can still have the hero point, but I'll give you back
free hero point.
I'll give you back the.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
There we go. There you go, Lightning.
Good tonight, Sherry.
Oh shit! What happened? Silas, thank you, Silas Miller. Thank you so much for the follow. Hi. But this is what you're doing. It doesn't count if we don't see it. Shut up, car. Welcome to episode 11 of Amara Angels, where we are about to do crime. So, in the last episode... No, wait, first, I'm here joined... Yes, very important. I'm here joined by Ocean X. Hi, Osha.
Hi, Massive. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Are you doing the dusk? Because RB isn't here?
I didn't really mean to, but kind of unconsciously, my brain, was missing
totally
this.
did. Oh my god. Okay. We also have Savian. Hi, Sev.
Hi, everybody.
Perfect. And we have Spyro Proxy. Incoming a stupid dad joke.
I'd like to... No, not this time. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight practicing crime, but you must remember that this crime is fictional. No actual victims will come of it. But remember, kids, don't do crime.
That was
It is
actually.
always morally okay to pirate Nintendo games.
I am. This is Savian's opinion, not the rest of the groups. So let's go. Let's just stick with that. And
We shut down the Wii U and 3DS eShop. You can't buy those games legally anymore. Which means
but yes, eventually we are going to have some Raining Blades as well. He'll join us soon enough. But until then,
he's scared of crime and is hiding.
he is scared of crime and is hiding. Yes. So let me explain what is this crime that people have been speaking of. In the last episode of Amara Queens, Amara Angels. My apologies. The last episode of Amara Angels. Shut up. The party.
Is that anything we should talk about? Like,
Shut the fuck up. I dropped my dice because of you. Shut up. So in the last episode of Amara Angels, the party was investigating about the Temple of Bones, the place that they need to go to. They found out that there is a dark. They already knew about the dark miasma that surrounds the place. They found out that it will drain you of your energy the longer you stay in. But if you are resistant to necrotic energies, you are able to resist these effects. There are potions that allow you to be protected from the miasma for 1 hour, but, well, they are expensive. They went around, they asked the enchanter, they asked the alchemist, gather information, and eventually they also found that a certain paladin was in a inn, also asking around about the Temple of Bones. Yes, they also found out that there are 2 ways to get to the Temple of Bones. The first one is covered in wyverns. The other one is covered in spiders.
Both very pleasant.
Both very pleasant, yes, indeed. So, they talk to this paladin. He appears to be a wandering knight who wishes to become the hero of this age. And, well, he plans to go to the Temple of Bones he plans to go to the Temple of Bones by himself to kill whatever's there, the undead creatures that are there, and purify the place. The party proposed that they would join him, but they have no way of protecting themselves while he does. So the party was given a one day to procure whatever the protections from the necrotic energies they can before he leaves. Otherwise, he will go by himself. This is both. This is both the story and the game. This is how D&D works. It's both. But the party still needed to get some money. But they also wanted to investigate some more. And they learned that the Lord of Griffincrest, this city where the party currently is located, has a library in his castle. They were given an audience with the Lord, but it will only happen in 2 weeks, possibly 1, depending on how the steward arranges things. But it's not soon enough. So the party decided that we shall do a crime. Well, half the party. So half the party decided that let's just sneak into the castle and go to the library and read what we can about that place, and sneak out, and nobody will know.
Look,
The
we
other
just
half-
believe that books, are meant to be read.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Totally. The other half of the party does not approve of crime, and Azure vehemently said, "No crime. I will not be a part of this. I will go to the church and talk to the priest and see if we can get more information from there."
These Azure sounds awesome, guys.
Yes, totally. And I believe Violet was merely peer pressured into following Azure, because Violet seemed all in on the crime for a moment. But Violet ended up following Azure. Meanwhile, Gara, wow, you're now Gara of the Sand. Good job, Oshio.
Oh my god, I can't believe that I have the one tail sealed within me now.
Yes.
Crazy.
Of the funk.
I remember that. So, the party half the party decided they want to sneak into the castle. So what they did was they scoped out the castle for a few minutes, and then they used this guy's self, two illusion spells, to turn themselves into dwarven servants. This is a castle of dwarves, by the way, dwarves and Goliaths. And they decided to just turn themselves into dwarves that they saw walking around to be able to infiltrate this place more easily. I believe Gala also casts comprehend languages because she is
This is correct.
very smart. All right. So we are missing one of the players, so we will go with the crime first instead of the non-crime section. So
Prime time.
crime time. So we return as Gala and Sherry cast disguise self on themselves. Gala turning herself into a young dwarven woman. She seems fairly young. She has an apron and rather pretty. The ability was quite good. She seems to have mimicked this dwarven woman exceptionally well. Meanwhile, Sherry turned herself into a older dwarven man. Gray hair, balding, seems to be near the end of his rope in terms of dwarven lifespans and whatnot. And it was the best copy that Sherry was able to do in that moment. So, with you two turned into these dwarves, what is it exactly that you attempt to do in this very moment?
Walk into the castle, I guess.
Oh, okay. I should have expected that, yes. All right, let me just... Nope, that's not the music I wanted. Actually, ooh, I'm gonna go with this one because this is a sneaky mission.
Sneaky?
I don't have Mission Impossible music. Down, 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 down. Colt! Thank you for the villain point.
Oh, Colt, why, please?
Colt, thank you
Colt,
so very much.
Why'd you do this, Colt? Can't you be on my side?
No. Colt is a friend. Colt is on the right side.
Colt is a villain.
A very
I think
good
I've got
villain.
backup character ideas lined up.
All right. So, as the party begins to enter the castle,
A half party.
yes, the half party, the half party begins to enter the castle. Your first hurdle immediately is a pair of Goliaths standing at the entrance, each of them armored and with halberds, as we have established, while all the servants are dwarven, the guards all seem to be Goliaths in this town. And as you approach, for a moment, they don't react as they see you approach, but then one of them looks down at you, Gala, narrows his eyes and goes, "Oi!" No, sorry, not at Gala, at Sherry. Narrows his eyes and speaks in Dwarven. He goes, "Oi, Doric! What are you doing here? I thought you went inside already. When did you come out?"
Gala's gonna speak up, and Gala's gonna try and speak in a somewhat lower voice and do her best to speak without her accent, and respond in common and just say, Doric's hurt his throat, so we were getting some medicine for it.
So you're speaking in common. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a deception with disadvantage.
No.
You can cancel that out if you want with a hero point.
Hang on. It might be a good idea. My deception isn't that good. Do you want to? Yeah, let's. I'll use
entirely up to
that
you.
hero point. I'll
Alright,
use
so-
that hero point. Although Para makes a good point. You know, we're doing crimes. Doesn't that make us evil? Therefore, we should be able to use villain points.
No.
Fuck. Anyway, yeah, I'll use a
No.
hero point
Okay.
to
Use a
roll
hero point.
deception.
So yeah, it's a normal roll. It's going to be a normal roll.
Oh.
You see, he narrows his eyes, looking down at you two. He just goes, he actually leans forward and goes, "Ain't you Barty? Speak up, Barty. I can't really hear you. You sounded weird."
I sound like this all the time.
Uh-huh. Right. Right. Go in then. Careful with your throat, Dwarrick.
Gull will wave and walk through.
Okay. You do see, as you both walk in, you see him walk over to the other Goliath. They exchange a few words. Do you just continue on into the castle?
Can I hear what they're saying?
Do you want to stick around and hear what they're saying?
And I walk slowly. Are they looking back at us or like?
Yeah, the one you've spoken to is glancing back.
I'll just walk in like nothing's wrong. Then I think.
Okay. All right.
I'll follow.
All right. Yes. Good acting, Dwarrick.
Okay. Then I guess we're gonna. You said there were like.
So you're within the inner walls. You're not within the castle itself.
Okay. Then that's the.
You're heading towards the main entrance, then.
And probably yeah. Whatever entrance we came in by before.
Well, before you didn't actually enter the main entrance. Sorry, you didn't enter the main building.
Okay.
When you came in to talk to the steward, you only entered through the gate, and you went into a room on the walls to talk to the steward. You didn't actually enter the castle
Okay.
itself.
Are there any other servants around?
Yeah, you do see a couple of servants walking around.
Are they kind of entering in and out the main entrance, or are they? Does there seem to be another place where they're
Roll a perception.
coming in or out of?
Yeah, roll a perception.
Oh my god.
Okay. You do see a couple do enter through the main entrance, and then there's you notice one that goes around the building and disappears around the building to the southern part of the building.
I think Gala will nod to. Is okay. Actually, before I go to the southern part of the building, is there from the exterior? Is there anywhere I can like you mentioned there like might be one side that's more likely to have a library maybe like.
I say there's one part where it's more likely to have like living quarters.
Okay. Living quarters in like servant living quarters or
No, just
within
main
the castle that wouldn't be
main living
okay.
quarters. Yeah.
Okay, so we probably don't want to go there. Would that be like to the north or the south or?
That would be to the north. Yeah, that would be to the north.
Okay. Maybe Gala will go head towards the same place that servant who went around to the south.
Okay.
Gonna go.
All right. So you start following in the same direction as that servant. You see the servant does actually enter through a side door. They seem to be carrying you assume a bag of flour or something like that, as they enter through the that side door.
Okay. Gala will go in afterwards.
Okay, so you open the door and you immediately see there is a kitchen. That is immediately as you enter. This seems to be a side entrance for the kitchen staff and for ingredients to be brought in. You enter. You see that the kitchen is quite busy at this point, and you pick up a voice that is giving commands. Seems to be the chef, this older, grizzled dwarf with a large chef's hat that doesn't really mesh with the rest of his look, as he looks more like an adventurer with this scar over his eye and missing part of his lower lip. But he is just insulting everyone as he's giving commands. But everyone is moving around. I assume you attempt to leave the kitchen?
Presumably there's like another exit
Yeah.
going inside that, yeah. Gala's just gonna kind of again like keep moving as if nothing's wrong with it's being busy as well.
Yeah.
She figures it'll probably be easy to just kind of
Shari will be staying near her and giving out the occasional cough.
Okay. As you do that, you hear you hear the chef go, "Bartran, where the fuck were you? Come here!" As
is that maybe the older dwarf?
You look like the chef is pointing at you, Gala.
At me?
Yeah, he says, "Bartran, where the fuck were you? Come here."
Gala will go over to him.
"I told you to get the potatoes and peel them. Where the fuck are they?"
Oh, get right on it.
"I don't care what you say. Just go back to your station and peel those potatoes."
Gala will nod. Is he just gonna keep watching her, or is he gonna start?
Yeah, he's just glaring at you.
Is there anywhere there's potatoes?
Roll perception. You seem like a lost doe just standing there as he's glaring at you.
Uh, could you remind me where that station is?
You see him pick up 2 slices of bread, walk over to you, puts 1 slice on either side of your head, and goes, "What are you?"
I'm an idiot sandwich.
"You are an idiot sandwich! Go back to the station!" He points towards the a sink nearby where you now see there's potatoes and a knife.
All right, Gala will go and peel some potatoes.
Okay, then he looks over at Sherry and goes, "Glory, what the fuck are you doing here? I told you not to come into the kitchen. You stink of griffin shit. Go back to the nest." "I don't give a shit. Go back to the nest."
She'll wander off the way.
Ugh. All right. So
How many potatoes are there?
there's a full sack of potatoes there.
Okay, Gala's just gonna peel them, but she's gonna just wait for an opportunity when the head chef isn't paying attention to leave.
Okay. Cool. You're just there peeling potatoes. Meanwhile, Sherry, you exit the kitchen into a corridor. What do? You just left Gala's just back there in the kitchen.
Go try and find the library.
Okay, so you just take off. All right. Cool.
Disguise self only has a limited duration, so
It's an hour, I believe.
Isn't it?
yes.
Yeah, it's
Is
an
it
hour.
now?
Yeah, it's only an hour.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, you can recast it though, but
That's true.
it only lasts 1 hour.
Me with my limited spell slots?
I mean, you have at least 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yes, you start searching around the location. So I'm gonna say, Sherry, roll me an investigation as you're moving through the corridors.
Sure, will have better luck than I did with my rolls. Or not.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Thanks for jinxing me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're welcome.
So, Sherry, you start wandering the corridors, and this place is like a fucking maze. You're used to just ships. Ships are simple. Even the bigger ones you've been in, they're not really a maze. They're so simple. You can always find your way. This place is huge. It has like tall ceilings. It has a lot of doors, a lot of rooms. And you're moving around and you see a couple of dwarves that just look at you funny as you're walking by. It's not a great time. You feel lost, and you kind of don't want to be here anymore. But you're trying your best. But you're taking a long time. So you spend like half an hour just looking around and searching. Meanwhile, Gala, you're roll a let's say roll a no, wait. You're trying to time it right to be able to vanish. So roll. I'm gonna say investigation because you're focusing very hard on the
I'll
chef.
take an investigation for sure.
Okay. Your rolls today are
Yeah,
just
they're not great.
top notch. Just top notch for this. All right.
We could really use some hero points. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Or some more villain points for me. That'd be lovely.
No, please, I really don't want us to go to jail. That would be very not good.
There is a moment when you do see that the head chef, because he's not always looking at you, but he's always like hovering around the area you're in. And there's one moment where he finally turns around and starts shouting at another another cook. He's going, What the fuck is this? It's fucking raw! You want me to serve chicken that's fucking pink to the Lord? It's fucking raw, you fucking numbskull!
Now's my chance.
And now's your chance. Roll self.
Oh, I guess that's 16 because I'm not in the
Yeah,
armor
it's a
at the moment.
16. Yeah, you're not in armor, so it's 16. Okay, you very, very amazingly put down the knife, put down the potatoes, and you start sneaking away. Sneaking away. You manage to leave the kitchen while the head chef was not paying attention. But as you leave the kitchen, you notice something. There's this large Goliath that seemed to have been waiting outside the kitchen this whole time.
Okay.
And when you're passing by him, he's one of the guards. He has a halberd resting on his shoulder as well. And as you're passing by, you hear him go, "Oh, Birdie, was waiting for you." He seems to be speaking common.
Okay. Yeah. Gala will be like, what is it?
Well, one of the guys at the front told me that you were sounding pretty weird, and got worried, so I asked one of the others to cover for me in my spot, and I came to check up on you. You doing all right, baby? And he leans down and reaches out to grab your hands, which, by the way, this form is illusory, so.
Gala's just gonna kind of take a half step back. Just I'm just not feeling very well at the moment, but I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Oh, you do sound weird. That voice. Where the fuck is that high pitched, weird voice is coming from?
Gala is trying to do a lower pitched voice.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, you're trying to mimic a dwarf.
I think there's something with the throats going on at the moment. I'm sure it'll pass. I don't want to. Obviously I can't take off my duties, so.
Roll deception again. Disadvantage.
Oh God. Any hero points, please?
Nobody's giving you hero. These guys are so sweet. I'll give them a bouquet of villain points. Colt. Colt.
Oh no.
Oh my God, Colt. Thank you, though.
It doesn't even matter. I'm rolling so badly anyway.
That is a 6. He
That
goes,
is a 6.
"No, something's not right here. Come here. Let me carry you over to the barracks so you can rest." And he reaches out to grab you.
She's gonna. I'm right outside the door to the
To the kitchen, yes.
kitchen, right? Yeah. I'm gonna try and slip back into the kitchen. Just I really need to keep peeling potatoes. The head chef won't like it if I do. At least let me finish that first.
What?
And
And
she's gonna just immediately slip inside.
you actually see he starts to follow you inside, and suddenly the head chef turns towards him, and it's like he's throwing knives. He's like, just. It's almost like he's just throwing imaginary knives with his eyes as the guard immediately just stands back. Goes, "Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. And he just starts walking back, and the head chef looks at you, Gala, and goes, "All right, love. Why aren't you at your station?"
He came
"I
all the
don't
way
give a
to-
shit. Go back to your station."
I'll go back to the station and peel potatoes.
All right.
Well, so it's
First of all,
quite noisy.
let me just say, hi, RB.
Oh, I'll be.
Hi guys. Please ignore me. Continue committing crimes.
Oh, they are
We're not
trying.
doing a very good job at it. We're
Crime
really
doesn't
not
pay,
doing a very good
guys.
job at
Crime
it.
doesn't pay.
Yes, go on. You're peeling
right,
potatoes.
So, yeah, I'm peeling potatoes. It's quite noisy in
Oh,
here,
yeah.
right? It's like so.
So at certain points,
I-
you just hear everyone go, "Yes, chef!" As he shouts, as everyone says,
Yeah.
"Yes, chef!" And then there's one point where you don't say it, and everyone stares at you.
So if I were to pull out a small piece of wire while the head chef isn't looking, in order to try to sneakily cast a message to Sherry, yeah, Darla's going to try and do that. At some point.
There's times when he's like turns around
yeah.
to do you can do that.
And so Darla's going to message Sherry. Just I'll try to keep up. I'll try to catch you as soon as possible, but I'm getting bogged down at the moment. Let me know if you find the library.
And you're so distracted you cut yourself on while try to peel the potatoes.
Ow.
I can respond to that, right?
Yeah, you can respond to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
can respond.
I'm trying to find it, but I'm lost.
All right. At this moment, now we can switch to the non-crime party.
No.
Giving the
Goody two shoes.
the goody two shoes party. Okay. So, Azure and Violet, both of you are making your way down to the
Making our way downtown.
No, it's actually to the Night Cross, but sure. You start making your way to the Night Cross as you head towards the Church of Light that is there. As you get there, you do see that some of the acolytes are currently putting up some flowers all around the entrance. They seem to be getting ready for some celebration of some sort. They all have ladders, and they're just trying to glue flowers of different colors all around the entrance. It will eventually be a rather beautiful display. But you don't see the lumen outside, at least.
We walk inside.
Okay, you can walk inside, no problem. So you walk past some of the acolytes, and you do see the lumen currently sitting on some stairs, right in front of a group of dwarven children. He has this book on his lap that is it contains a lot of passages for the religion and whatnot. It contains some scriptures, and he seems to be reading them to the kids.
Violet, should we wait a little bit?
Yeah, I would hate to. I'd hate to interrupt him. Or I can't remember which.
It's him. It's him.
Okay, that's
It's a male dwarf in this one.
Oh, yeah, it was the other one was female. That's right. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
The other one was
I hate to
Helja.
interrupt him.
This
Especially since he'll
one
be asking a favor.
is Lumen Alberic. Alberic Hammerstone. Alright, so I assume then you just sit in and you're getting like a religion lesson for little kids as you sit down.
Actually, Jewel, can you just sit down next to the kid and listen?
Sure. There's a little bit of a problem, Azure. He's speaking Dwarvish the whole time.
Is going to.
Oh.
Violet's going to use message and just kind of whisper to Azure the entire translation.
You can
Just goes
actually,
along.
you can actually just whisper. If you're sitting next to her, it's exactly the same effect.
I guess that's true. Yeah, Violet would just normally whisper then. God, man, we're in a high magic setting and not letting us just use magic.
That's
God.
not what. Okay.
This is normal.
Okay. So, you immediately, Azure, as Violet starts translating, you immediately know what scriptures they're going on about. You immediately know what's going on. You remember this because you heard these stories a million times when you were still a wee little acolyte. So this isn't anything new, and as Violet is beginning to translate, you immediately know all the story, and by the way he's talking and the kids are reacting, you actually know what parts of these scriptures he is on, even before the translation reaches you. But it only takes about 10 or so minutes before he finishes. He seems to be deep into the conversation already. And as he starts to tell all the kids to hurry on home, that you'll continue these lessons another time, he closes the book and turns to you, Azure and Violet, and goes, "Oh, it's you lot again. Okay. Did you need something else?"
Yes, sir. We understand that, well, regarding to the Temple of Bones, that it was the Great Church of Lights that ventured there so many years ago.
Aye.
And we were wondering if there were records, right? Records of it, so that we can learn from the past.
Oh. Well, there are records. Aye. We do keep records from, well, everything that's happening since the Church of Light has come into this wonderful, blessed place. But unfortunately, these records are they're not restricted to people of the church.
I am a part of the church, sir.
I know you are an acolyte, but let's just say I don't know you, and also, he looks at you. Roll a persuasion, Azure.
Oh, can't Violet roll persuade?
You're the one talking. You're the one trying to convince the priest to let you in.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Nice.
Let's
Trust
go.
me, I'm a voter.
Let's fucking go.
See, kids, being good pays off.
Being
Don't do
good
crime.
pays off. And all our viewers, take a lesson from this: that crime doesn't pay.
If you
Goody
do crimes,
two-shoes win in the end.
if you do crimes, you end up peeling potatoes and getting lost in mazes. If you don't do crimes,
You get net 20.
you get net 20s.
Yeah, while they're peeling potatoes, the priest is going to be like, "Oh, actually, here's an exact map of how you can reach the heart and avoid all this miasma, and here's some free potions to resist it along the way."
The priest pauses for a moment. Listen. I can see you're good kids. I saw how you listened in on the lesson. And I know you have good intentions. If you're going to the Temple of Bones, you're going there to purify it, or at least fight against those undead creatures, right?
Yes, sir. That's the
right.
plan.
Right. If you promise to not make a mess of things and be quick, I can allow you into the record room for a little while.
Oh, sir, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
But keep in mind, these records are private. Nothing you read in there is going to be told to anyone else, correct?
Yes, only to our group of adventurers.
Very well, very well. Come follow me. As the lumen turns around. As he leads
Azure
you...
just looks at Violet and like does the yes sort of emote. We
Yeah,
don't know
I
sound.
was doing like 2 thumbs up, like, you did good, Azure.
Oh
See,
my
you can do it
Then
too.
Azure like, rubs her shoulders like, oh, big, I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor. You head towards the back, where the cloister is in the church, and there is a room where he opens up. And the moment he opens it up, you see the dust that has settled all around this place. And you do see a lot of old scrolls and ledgers and books all over the place. The lumen goes in and he opens a window and he turns to you. Well, enjoy it while you still have sunlight. We don't allow candles inside this area for fear of burning up the records. So, well, good luck.
Would you accept if I used magical light?
Oh no, that's perfectly fine.
Thank you. She casts dancing light.
Oh, wonderful. He turns around and starts walking out, closing the door behind him, and you will have the record room all for yourself. Roll an investigation, both of you.
So what I'm going to do first, before we start investigating, is where is it on my sheet? I'm going to cast on myself enhance ability for what's the end one? It's
Oh,
is it, or is it
sorry.
just
I think it's Eagle. No, wait. It's.
I think Eagle is
Owl-
intelligence, yeah.
No, it's not. Wait. Eagle Splendor. The target gains advantage on Fox Cunning. Yes, Fox Cunning.
yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do that, and also going to give inspiration to Azure.
Ooh, how do you inspire Azure?
She's just doing it the actual like she was doing. She's like, you did a really good job, Azure. See, that was just like I talked to you. You just gotta be truthful and trust in yourself, and things work out just fine. I'm really proud of you.
I don't think I wasn't awkward at all.
No, you were great. I mean, he didn't even. He pretty much. You saw how he kind of almost just immediately, let us. You really got through to him.
Oh, it's all thanks to your lessons, Violet. I can talk to people now.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so you can roll with advantage, Violet, and well, you got inspiration for Azure. So roll your investigations.
Nice.
Are you gonna use
What's
your inspiration?
Yes, it's a D6.
I believe
right?
it's still a D6. Yes.
Yep, D6.
18.
So that's an 18.
Hey.
All right. Cool. So you begin searching around. You begin your investigation. However, at this point, because of how time frames work, we go back to the castle.
Dun dun dun. Good
So-
luck, guys.
I like to imagine this
Boy,
as like
I
one of
love
those training videos where it's saying like, if you're trying to access important records, here's an example of what you should or shouldn't do.
No, that'd be
Notes.
real funny if we start rolling well and actually crime well enough and get the info, and you guys don't.
That'd be great. That'd be great too.
That'd be funny.
Okay, so meanwhile, Sherry, you got the message, but it's been half an hour since you've been walking around, and you're very, very lost. At one point, though, as you're moving around, you stumble into some place that seems different. It's not a library. You don't see books, but you see a large bed, and you see lots of jewels, jewel encrusted furniture, beautiful furniture. This seems to be a main bedroom of sorts, but like the biggest bedroom you've seen in your whole life. It's so luxurious. It's so beautiful.
Mm,
Do you go in?
it's not what we're looking for. No.
All right. You turn around and you continue on, and as you do, you hear a Goliath that walks over to you. Oi! Oi! Doric! Doric! He starts walking closer and closer because he keeps shouting after you, and
Sorry, we'll stop and look over at him.
hey, so I heard, Barty, you and Barty went out to get something for your throat. She's sounding very weird. Can you tell me what's going on? Oh, he turns his face away. Oh, that's nothing contagious, is it? Oh, fuck, that it is contagious, isn't it? Oh, God, just stay a couple feet away from me, like 6 feet, please. Cover your mouth when you cough.
She has been.
Okay, yeah, keep covering your mouth when you cough. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at the nest, come on. Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay. You start following him, and you just hear him go, "Man, the Lord's War Griffin is really pissed off. I'm glad I found you. You've been having quite a fit recently." You start heading up the stairs as you enter into a tower, and there's these circular stairs leading up. Far higher than you've been in this castle so far, and you keep going up.
I'm keeping an eye out for something that looks like a library as we walk.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Oh, I have to reload roll 20 because it disconnected me again.
That's fine. Take your time.
Yeah, proficiency.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 12. Okay. So you look at a couple of closed doors. You did spot 2 closed doors that look big. You get the sense like if there's this big library, it probably has big doors, right? Right. That's the best that's the best you've got so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe there will be books nearby.
Maybe. But currently you're being escorted by this large Goliath. Do you try to sneak away, or do you just follow him for now?
If there's something that looks like it's library-ish, then I'll sneak away.
I mean, like I said, there's 2 large doors. It's the best. It's the closest thing you spotted.
Then I will try to sneak away.
All right. You're gonna roll stealth with disadvantage because he is right next to you.
I'm staying 6 feet away from him.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he's still escorting you. So you're rolling with disadvantage versus his perception. And I'm going to use a villain point to give him advantage.
Oh no, not a villain point.
No.
Holy shit.
Hopefully that's like he rolled double ones. Holy shit.
We'll see.
Oh, that
15.
27.
Oh,
no.
that nat 20 that turns into a 15. So you attempt to move, and as you do, you're getting closer to the door, and you just hear the voice. Oi, Dwarrick! That's not the way, it's this way! Come on!
Sherry is going to put a hand up against the door and then start coughing.
Yeah! Come on! You still need to do your work! Get away from... Why are you coughing close to the library? Just come on! He's just looking at you, hand in his halberd, just pointing towards the tower. Hey, that's a hero point! 1 hero point. Good job, Car.
Oh, Carmen, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Jerry, he's looking at you. He's pointing for you to follow. What do you do?
She's going to like raise up like a finger, like ask to give her a moment, and then like motion to go try and sit down and take a breather in the library.
The moment you try to open the door, here. Oi! You don't know we're supposed to be in there but the Lord. Come on, sit over there. There's a bench over there. Come on. And he starts pointing in another direction.
Alright.
You go to the bench?
She'll go sit on the bench, yeah.
Okay. So you sit on the bench, and he's actually on the other side of the corridor, crosses his arms as he's leaning against the wall, looking at you, and he goes, yeah, so about Barty, you know, I've been meaning to get her a present recently, and I didn't know you two were tight, but if she went with you outside to get whatever that was, I was thinking... What do you think if I got her something? Like, some jewelry? I'm getting paid tomorrow, so maybe some jewelry, some earrings. I think she likes necklaces. What do you think?
Sherry will give a bit of a nod while coughing and a bit of a shrug, like, sounds good, I guess, but it's hard to talk.
You can just nod or shake your head, buddy. Don't worry. Yeah. So, and he starts just talking about his relationship and how he's worried about Barty and whatnot. So we cut back to the one playing Barty. As
Thanks me, Barty.
yeah, you finish cutting the potatoes, and the chef turns to you. The fuck you're doing? Just take the potatoes and go get more. And he points to a sink where you take the potatoes.
Carla will do so again, looking for any opportunity to leave.
Okay. You drop the potatoes off at the sink, and you find that he is focused on something else. Like he's expecting you to leave to get more potatoes. So
then she will do so.
Okay. Roll a stealth again.
Isn't he expecting? Oh, not to leave the kid. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
11. Okay.
Just more than 10.
Okay. I will say he's distracted enough that a 10 would have been enough. It's passive perception. It's 11, but I'm gonna say
All right.
he's distracted enough that it still works. However, you leave. You don't leave through the back the door that leads outside. You lead to go inside, and as you go outside, you see a corridor.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you don't see Sherry. You start walking. Roll a investigation as you start searching
Okay.
around the place.
Don't fail me now.
Fail her now. Okay,
Woo!
That's a half decent roll.
that's a half decent roll. Yeah. So you're looking around, and there's a couple of rooms as you get into a corridor. You see in the distance. There's a set of stairs that are leading to the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're walking towards these stairs, you hear a thump coming from one of the rooms next to this, one of the smaller doors next to this to the stairs, and another thump, as if something is like happening inside. There's some activity inside. Something. It's not super aggressive, but something is like being hit against the door.
Okay.
What do you
I'm
do?
gonna ignore it unless it seems like a library.
Well, it's a door. It's not. It's not an open door, so you kind of look inside, but it's not like a big door for a library. But yeah.
I think I'll keep looking for like something more resembling a library door, like
Okay.
expecting something that's not just another room.
Okay. So you ignore that. You start heading upstairs, because you don't see anything in this room. What you do see is, as you reach upstairs, you see the Goliath from before that you were talking to, sitting across the on the other side of the hall, with what you know is Sherry, turned into the other dwarf sitting on a bench,
All right.
as they seem to be having a conversation of sorts.
Okay. Gala's gonna kind of back down a bit because she doesn't want him to see her. And this corridor.
Yes.
Hang on, I need to think for a second. There's no like windows outside, are there? Definitely no open windows. Right?
No open windows. There's openable windows, but there's no like open windows.
Okay. They're just kind of having a conversation.
Well, it seems like Sherry is sitting down, and the guy is just on the other side of the on the opposite side, just talking to Sherry.
Okay, Gala's gonna send a message with the message spell to Sherry, discreetly, and just say, have you found the library? Nod your head if you have. That's the message.
Dave?
And Darla's kind of peeking, trying not to be noticed by
Whoops,
them.
I was muted out of courtesy.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I can player comment. I can respond to message in a way that only you can hear. So
You're basically, but you still have to whisper.
Well, you have to whisper it, yeah. So
yeah, I could cover my mouth and cough a bit and be like, "The I will cross the hall. You won't leave.
That's what you get, Gala.
Okay. Where they're sitting, are they like facing the stairs, or are they facing like away? or-
No, they're basically, the stairs are to the left of where they are. So he's basically looking perpendicular from where you are.
Okay. Are they looking? Are the benches like opposite the library door then?
They're about 10 feet away from the library door, like 10 feet past him from where you are, Gala. They're about 10 feet past him from the library door. Sorry, the doors are 10 feet past him from where you are.
Okay. In that case, Gala will send a message again to Sherry and say, he seems not to suspect you. Any chance you can lead him away and I can check out the library?
Sure. We'll give like a cough dot, okay, and then get up like she's feeling better, and we'll motion that she's ready to keep going on.
Okay.
She's rested enough from her cough.
Also, another hero point from Lightning.
Oh, thank you so much.
They're having pity on you.
We are
It's-
in a very pitiful
This
situation.
is a very funny series of events.
Yes.
I cleared the potato peeling not by sneaking away, but by I just peeled all the potatoes.
Yes, you peeled a lot of potatoes. So you get up and he goes, "Oh, you're ready to go, right? This way. And he starts leading you up the tower.
All right, Gala will
Coast is clear, Gala. You can head towards the library.
head towards the library and kind of slowly. Oh, hang on. No, I don't have that. So yeah, I'm just gonna push open the door and kind of peek inside.
Okay, so you push open the door and you do see inside lots of shelves with books. This seems to
Okay.
be what you know to be a library.
Perfect. Can I hear anything from inside? the
Roll a
library? Is it
perception.
just
You try to scout out the inside.
Trying to
or-
see if anyone's in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, you don't hear anyone.
All right then. In that case, Gala's gonna enter and start, scanning the place for anything that might be to do with the Temple of Bones.
Okay, wonderful. Sherry, you're led up and up and up the tower. Once you reach the top of the tower, you do see hay bales, and this actually seems more akin to a stable than anything else. And you do see that there is a huge opening on the side of the tower. You see one.
Some sort of griffin's crest.
Yes, or nest.
Yes.
And as you get there, you do hear the Goliath go, "Right, found him. No need to worry anymore. We got this." And he just sighs as he looks around. You do see there's another dwarf, a younger dwarf, who turns to you, Sherry, starts speaking in Dwarven. And he points towards sorry, Dwarvish. It's Dwarvish. Starts speaking to you in Dwarvish as he points towards
England.
but he points towards the one of the pens. And he seems very worried and very agitated. And you do see some growling and trashing coming from that direction.
All right, Sherry, we'll head over that way.
Okay. As you peek in, you see there's this incredibly pissed off griffin, head of an eagle, eagle wings on the back, but the body of a lion, with the front claws, still bird claws, the back are lion claws, the tail of a lion, very angrily trashing about as this dwarf keeps talking to you. And seems looking at you expectantly.
Okay. I try to calm down the griffin.
Okay. You start heading towards the griffin as it's still angrily trashing about. And that's when we cut back to the church.
Oh my god.
All right, Fire. Don't use. Keep one hero point at least.
I just want to say, this is gonna go amazing. I can't wait for us to get a griffin pet out of this.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Anyway.
Oh, you mean when Yinsev dies and then creates a paladin character, and then we level up enough to get to find Greater Steed? I
Yes,
gotcha.
of course, that.
No.
I already said I'm not making another paladin so soon.
I can make a paladin. Okay.
All right, so you're doing
You're
investigations.
not about to die to griffins.
You're doing some investigations. You already rolled. I was actually I should have just asked you to roll now, but you already rolled. So that's the 14 and the 18. This place is messy. This place is covered in dust. This place is just
Perfect.
the worst to be in here if you have any kind of asthma. It's horrible, just horrible. And you're looking around, you're coughing every time you pick up some scroll. It seems like they're very careful with this, but they also don't clean. But you know, you can still do some investigating. So
Oh, it's been so long since we used that term, guys.
investigating, yeah,
Investigating.
it's so nostalgic, I know. So as you're investigating, Violet, with your role, you are looking around, and you do spot a couple of texts that talk about the not the history, but like, because one thing you immediately realize, these are basically just notes and reports written by priests. They're not like storybooks, and they're not just legends that are put to paper for preservation. They're really just priests did this, and they noted it down, and they keep it here for record's sake. So a lot of what you're looking at is not interesting. A lot of what you're searching is not interesting. There's a lot of daily lives of these priests as well. But you do find an older report that comes from a priest from a couple of hundred years ago who attempted to perform a ritual on a couple of perform a ritual on a couple of undead creatures from around the Temple of Bones, to see if this ritual, this simple, gentle repose kind of ritual, would be able to make the undead creatures stop moving and preserve them. The note does give two pieces of information that you are looking for. So the first one is This priest did not have access to protective potions of the sort. So it would appear that their time was limited within the miasma. What they did, though, was they actually took holy water and they poured that holy water upon themselves. And that seemed to, for a very short time, keep the necromantic, the unconsecrated necromantic energies at bay for a time that he estimated was around 1 minute. And he, according to the papers, he was assuming that if he took 3 bottles of holy water, he'd be able to get 3 minutes, which he hoped was enough to move in, take one of the skeletons, one of the moving skeletons or zombies, and pull it outside of the miasma to perform the ritual, or at least perform the ritual right there, or some form of quick form of the ritual. So you get the sense that it did work. It's not a great fix, but it's basically a budget fix for protecting yourselves from this miasma. Thank you, Car. Thank you for the villain point.
No, Carbon.
Yes, Car is amazing. Amazing. Thank you for that. Wonderful, wonderful. The second thing is the priest notes something that doesn't seem to be surprising for the priest, which is he killed one of the undead creatures while trying to bring it back. He was unable to bring it back to perform this ritual. Ultimately, the report says that he failed. He was unable to perform the ritual because he ran out of holy water. Mostly because his own abilities, first of all, there were several undead creatures, but his own abilities perform holy, basically it has only holy energies. And while he's not surprised that any of these undead creatures, if they are struck down by normal means, after some time, they will just remake themselves and start shambling again as if nothing happened. But when he used holy energies, the creature did not stand up. The creature just stayed there, dead. So that's the kind of information that you get from this. Got it?
Mhm.
Got it.
Mm,
Okay.
I think
Meanwhile, this
we
was
found more.
this was Violet's piece of information. Azure, you are searching for the same thing, and as you're looking around, you spot 2 things with that roll. The first one is an old record. This seems to be the oldest record in here. It actually details the accounts from one of the acolytes that accompany the priests that performed the ritual to create the miasma. Well, the ritual wasn't supposed to create the miasma, it backfired, but the ritual that created the miasma. So, according to the report, it's very faded, it's very hard to read, so you're not getting a lot of information from it, but according to the report, it seems like the Lumen were not scared of the undead when they went in. The Acolyte was terrified, but the Lumen kept telling the Acolyte that the undead were not a threat and that they were doing this for the good of these unfortunate souls, but that the acolyte should not be scared. Also, it details how during the ritual, it was actually one of the other lumen that, for some reason that the acolyte does not understand, did something that he shouldn't. Again, the text is very faded, so you can't read that part, but you get the sense that acolyte did something that he shouldn't have, and the ritual went haywire, did what it shouldn't have, started destroying. Oh, by the way, RB, I have 2 villain points.
But you used one, or did you get one before that even?
I got one before that even.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, no, I got a lot of people that are amazing here. The ritual went haywire, created the miasma. The miasma actually surrounded everyone, and only one of the lumen was able to escape because all the others died just trying to figure out what was going on, and it was too late once they realized, because it seems like the acolyte didn't know exactly how long, but around 30 seconds to a minute, the soul sucking will take a part of your soul, and if you're in there long enough, it will kill you by making you just so exhausted you just drop to the floor, lose all wanting of just living, and you die. Because that's what happened to a lot of the lumen, because they were confused, and then they were unable to get away from, because they were right at the epicenter of the miasma. So there was that. And you also notice something. Lost amidst the records, you find 2 bottles with a strange liquid that has seemed to have been forgotten inside underneath a pile of scrolls and papers. Yeah, so this is the information that you two...
Committing crime?
What?
Is Azure committing crime? Okay. Can she taste the liquid? Try to understand what it is.
Do you have alchemist tools proficiency?
No, but I'm a doctor.
Okay. I can tell you when you taste it, it's not healing potions.
Okay.
That's as far as you can go.
Azure will put them in the bag.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Azure puts them in the bag. But yes, both of you get this information. Violet, this is a small room. Violet, you do see Azure take these 2 bottles and put them inside the bag.
Azure, did you find anything interesting?
Yeah, I found these bottles, and I mean, I figured since they're here with the records of an acolyte that was there when the miasma was created, I mean, maybe they can be useful in getting in, right? And they're just forgotten, and they got to do a crime and we didn't, and it's the light's blessing to us that we would find this here.
Wait. Weren't you the fucker that was completely opposed to crime, and now you're saying they got to do a crime and we didn't?
Yes.
How much is this? Okay, whatever. No, never mind.
Sure. Are you sure we should be taking that? Weren't you the one opposed to, crime to begin with?
Oh, it's one thing to break into someone's home, and the other is to use something that is just gonna be left in here to rot. But
You mean
I
like all of those
I see your
books?
point.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we were to use it, I mean, that would be, though I'm not sure what it is, I mean, it would be helpful, but I'm not very good at this sort of, church, mumbo jumbo. I don't know if, like, because it belongs to the church, it belongs to all acolytes, or if it's, I'm not good at
Oh, no,
scripture.
no.
I'll leave it to you. Did you find any interesting text?
Yes, apparently it was the church that created the miasma.
Well, we knew that, didn't we?
Yeah, and I don't think it was an accident.
What do you mean?
Well, it's really hard to read, but apparently there was one of the lumen that did something. Maybe you did it on purpose.
For the section that George's referring to, you said it wasn't like a different language, or it was just faded and hard
No,
to
it was
read,
just-
right?
Yeah, it's
It was
faded,
just old
faded
enough
and
to
hard to
read.
read. Yes,
Okay.
this is a very
Um,
old scroll.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
look over here. Andrew will actually point to the part of it where it says. Well, it also says that one of the lumen escaped.
Was it the same one who seemed to have
I
sabotaged it?
I don't know. It's not specific. It would make sense, though, right?
Right. And what's this? They started getting their soul sucked within just a couple minutes. Is that what I'm reading right?
Actually, more of like 1 minute. Apparently it drains all your energy to the point where you just drop dead.
Well, it does what it does say is, it seems like every minute a part of your soul is taken. So it's not like in
Oh,
1 minute you die. It's every minute a part of your soul is taken.
That. Wow. I mean, I thought we would maybe not need to get potions, but I mean, that's really quickly. I mean, I saw some scripture that some records that stated, dousing oneself in holy water could, keep kind of heat off the effects for like a minute. But I mean, even if we were going to try and we have to get so much holy water and just constantly apply it, I mean, it would just be, even at that point,
It's too
more
much.
practical and less expensive to just get the potions. I mean, because if we only have just, I mean, I don't want a part of my soul to be gone after just a minute.
I don't want any part of my soul to be gone at all.
Oh, wow. I mean, unless.
You know, on that note, Azure takes out the bottles and puts them back.
Do you want to, maybe we could bring it up to the Lumen and ask about them? I mean, maybe if he doesn't know what they are or they're forgotten, he'll be willing to let us take them. I mean, like you said, it's better for them to be, used or at least known about than just discarded and
Maybe.
forgotten.
I also, Violet, how long do dwarfs live?
How long do dwarves live?
Oh, I believe dwarves lived up to 400 years, 350 to 400 years.
When was the
Much
miasma?
longer with this cough.
When was the miasma created again?
You don't know exactly, but seems to be 200 to 300 years ago.
I think it's at all possible that either the Lumen that's in here was the acolyte that wrote this, or maybe it was the one who escaped.
If that's the case, do you think? I mean, maybe we should keep the potions, but then ask him about this specific record?
Let's ask him if we can keep the potions, and let's ask him who he really is.
Well, I mean, if he is, maybe we can ask him that first, because if he is, if we get a bad vibe or he seems to be the Lumen and he did it on purpose, then I highly doubt he'd let us keep these useful potions. I mean, if that's the case, then, I mean, it's not to try and sound, mean, but I mean, if he's a bad person, then we probably wouldn't let us take these, and we probably wouldn't want him to have them, right?
I don't understand. I don't know if the Lumen that escaped is the Lumen that.
Well, I
Yes,
understand. I mean, if he is, like I've said, if he's bad, he's not just gonna tell us. But if we might as well just kind of see what sort of vibe we get from him, or stay on edge, on guard. Does that make
Alright.
sense?
Yeah, I'll follow your lead.
Okay.
All right. So you head out to the Lumen.
Yeah. First, before we do, let's see. Insight is wisdom, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sure it has pretty good wisdom, right?
She should. And she does.
Okay. I'm going to drop my current enhance ability to do another enhance ability. This time on Azure,
All right.
and I'm gonna be doing I'm not gonna repaste the thing. It's gonna be the whatever the plus
Owl's
wisdom, so the
wisdom.
owl's wisdom.
It's Owl's wisdom.
Yeah. And I'm gonna give her inspiration again.
All right. All right.
Now she'll be able to tell us how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll Center for Tootsie Pop.
Oh. No, that would be intelligence, not wisdom. All right. So you walk out and you see the Lumen seems to be actually in his office. Seems to be writing something. You knock, and after a moment, he calls you in, and he goes, "All right. Did you find something?"
Yes, I was curious about one of the passages we found. It seems that from the expedition that ended up accidentally causing the miasma to begin with, there was it was written by one of the acolytes, and they were the only survivors, it seems like, in addition to one of the Lumen that also managed to escape. Everyone else perished.
Oh, yes, I've heard something like that, yes.
Do you know who this acolyte or this Lumen was?
No, they weren't from around here. They came from, the southern sector, where the Church of Light, from one of the bases of the Church of Light.
Okay. It was just strange because it also said that there was. It was hard to read. It was such an old text, but during the ritual they were trying to perform, one of the lumen was doing something wrong. Like it was something that wasn't supposed to be done as part of the ritual, and that's when things started to go haywire.
See him narrow his eyes. Is that so? I should. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I should have a read on these documents myself. It's been a long time since I've had to even touch the records. You can roll insight if you want.
Yes.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Yep.
And inspiration.
Alright, you can use inspiration if you want.
1d6.
That's 24.
24.
Alright. You get the sense that he's surprised, and then you notice some curiosity appear in his eyes from hearing about this new piece of information.
And just looks towards Azure. Well, I guess Violet can also do an insight just because.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to do. That's just a 7.
Yeah, he's a dwarf. Dwarves tend to be stone-faced, so he's hard to read.
Haha, stone faced. Yeah, Violet looks towards Azure.
Well, I think we should be upfront about it. I don't think he's evil.
Front about what?
Well,
was it you? The one who wrote? Were you the acolyte that went with the lumen, or were you the lumen that survived?
No, I just told you. I mean, you just got it's basically the same. He's just very confused. Yeah, I just told you. I was. You see him pause for a moment. I think I was 10 years old when this happened.
does he look to be like 210 or something?
I'm gonna say because you're half
Middle age.
dwarven. I want to say yeah. He's around middle aged. He's in his 200s.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, it's just weird, you know.
Well,
Especially if they weren't from around here, then and the records are here.
one of
instead
the
of being
acolytes was from around here, but she's not here.
Where is she?
I believe Helga is in Blainport now.
Oh my
Finger.
God. Ah.
She was actually supposed to be the Lumen in Griffin Crest, but she rejected the offer. Wanted to start her own church in Blainport.
I see. That's so. She was. You said that she was one of the acolytes that was a part of this.
She was
mission?
an acolyte at the time. Yes, I believe she would have joined the expedition.
And out of character, she never mentioned any of that to us, right?
Nope.
I don't think it came up naturally in any conversation.
She
Yeah.
didn't mention anything. No.
we didn't speak. We didn't tell her we would. No, we did. We did tell her we were going to. The
We
Temple of
specifically
Bones.
asked her about the miasma and if
Yeah.
there was any way to
Lying
give any
bitch.
information to the sheriff.
Yeah, she told you she told you, I believe she told you that it was, she gave you basic information.
Yeah. It's dangerous. Don't do it. You're foolish. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Standard. Hmm.
So, is that it? Is that all?
No, there's also the fact that we found two bottles next to the records,
Oh, you did.
and we were yes, we were wondering if we would have your permission to carry them to our next expedition to the Temple of Bones.
Do you know what they
We
do?
believe not yet.
Oh well, I can't just let you take something of the church that we don't even know what it does. Give it here. Thank you for finding them, though.
Yeah, that's all.
I love how much Spyro is spilling into Azure.
We had thought that maybe they were potions that could be used to help fend off the miasma, possibly, or other adverse effects. And, well, since no one is really ever, we are the only ones kind of intending to try and go there and purify the region.
Well, there's a lot of that room has been piling up with records for several hundred years, so it might be from various different things, not specifically for the Temple of Bones. I will get them checked, and tell you what, if they're simple things that the church might not need, I'll let you have them.
That would be
Thank you
great.
so much.
Thank you very much.
No problem, no problem. Actually, he opens up a drawer, takes out this bottle that seems to be normal bottle, but it does have a silver chain around it with a little sun, a little golden sun, and he puts it down. You know, you're going to a dangerous place. Might as well take this. It's just a bottle of holy water, but it could prove useful.
Yes, we've heard of its effects. It's magnificent.
Yes. Well, if you throw it at an undead, it'll kill it. But yes,
I can also scare the undead.
of course you can.
No,
Thank you very much
no,
for your
no.
help. Is there anything we might be able to do for you? Anything you need help with,
Are you
just
looking
as a
for-
show of our appreciation?
Are you looking for work, or are you looking to give me a hand? Because I do need people to help me put up the flowers. Because my acolytes, light bless them, they're a bit slow and short.
Gladly.
I was
gladly
thinking more along the lines of work, but I'd be very, very glad to help you with the
Ah,
flowers.
wonderful. Just talk to the acolytes and they'll direct you on what to do. Thank you. And he goes back to his papers.
Well, she did say she was interested in work, but
Yeah. All right. So I assume you just go to help put up flowers around the church. Yeah. Wonderful.
I guess no work
And
for
now
us.
we have 2 holy water bottles.
There we go. And then now, once more, we
At the
switch.
gala?
We switch back, not to Gala, but to Sherry. Sherry.
Prime time. Sorry.
Oh no!
It is your turn, Sherry. As you are currently face to face with an angry griffin who seems to be chained up to the pen, but very aggressive and looking down at you. You are going to try to use. Fuck! What's the ability? What's the skill? Animal handling. Yes.
Yep.
Are you trying to do animal handling? All right, go for animal handling.
Oh boy!
Oh boy.
I clicked it, and it. Are you disconnecting me? Roll 20.
Possibly.
Wait.
Hey, there we go. That's a
Do
2.
we
Hero
have any
point?
hero points? We have a
We
hero
do.
point.
There are
I'm gonna
2.
use a hero- Okay.
Okay. So that's a hero point used. The griffin clearly doesn't like you, and as you stand closer to it, trying to calm it down, you did not see that the chain was as long as it was, and suddenly lashes out to you and it attacks you. So it's going to swipe at you, trying to beak you and hit you with the claws.
Oh,
So, what's your EC?
14.
14. So the claws miss, but as you're dodging the claws, the beak just smacks you for... Ooh, max damage. Okay. That's 12 points of damage. Suddenly, creating this big gash on you, but there's one thing. As you fall to the ground, you do know one thing. You're hurt, you're bleeding, but the illusion around you does not change. The other dwarf immediately starts panicking as he tries to rush over to you to help you and pull you out of the griffin, if you allow him.
And it's...
Do you allow him to put his hands on you and pull you back?
Yeah.
Okay. He reaches out. He reaches out with his hands. He reaches out with his hands. You're not there, RB.
I know this will be bad, but
Yeah.
This is a ow! I just got really hurt. I'm panicking.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't not to. I just said, "Uh-oh."
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were trying to say something, RV. Sorry.
No, I just said, "Uh-oh."
That you look up as you feel his hands on you as he starts to pull you, and the moment you're out of danger, you notice something. He's staring down at you, and then you look down at his hands, and you see part of his hands are inside the illusory body, grabbing your real body, because you're a little
Oh, no.
halfling pretending to be a medium-sized dwarf. Oh, another hero point for the party. Thanks, Squibs.
Okay.
But he looks at you super confused as he's just looking at his hands. What is your
Okay.
reaction?
Cover has been blown. Run away.
Okay. What do you run away? How do you run away?
Scramble to my feet and just start running back down the way I came.
I will say this: the Goliath from before is standing by the stairs.
Yeah.
Are you trying to go past him? Okay.
Yeah.
I know you have halfling nimbleness. Yes, you are still trying to
Oh,
go
shit.
just rush past. Okay.
Bonus action, disengage, regular action, dash.
Listen, we are out of combat. I know you have those abilities. You don't need to tell me. It's just
I know he's in my way. I'm gonna run around him.
Okay, I was just asking if you were doing that. Okay.
I am small.
Okay, I know. You're trying to run away. Okay. So, you start running towards the exit. Suddenly, the dwarf shouts something in Dwarvish, and the guard like, "What?" looks at you running away. Hey! Dwarf, you okay? As he reaches out to grab you. So, roll a I'm gonna say it's an acrobatics opposing his athletics to try to grab you.
All right. There's the good roll.
Cool. I'm gonna use a hero point. Villain point. Sorry, it's called villain point. Yes.
Can we call them sorry points?
I'm gonna call them sorry. You're a lucky bastard, Sev. You're a lucky bastard. That would be 19, so no. So suddenly, as he reaches out, you jump and flip over his hands, and you just hear him go, "What the fuck?" And you start dashing at full speed down the stairs. You do hear him behind you running. Roll me an roll me a survival to see if you remember your way out of here.
Okay.
Do you wish to use a hero point, or party has to?
Sure.
It's up to you. It's an 18. Okay. You were lost for a while, but you vaguely remember the way back to the kitchen at least. And you're running, and you just hear the Goliath behind you shouting in a language you don't understand. You don't know if it's Dwarvish, if it's Goliath, or if it's like a mix, a local mix of the two. As the other dwarf is also running behind him. Meanwhile, Gala, you entered the library. You are looking around the library, because this all happened within minutes. You're looking around the library, picking up like the first book, and you hear shouting and running outside and a lot of noise passing right in front of where the library is.
Well, Gala's, I mean, first of all, she's like kind of listening to see if the library door opens, and then second of all, she's going to message Sherry to say, "I hear a lot of noise. That's not you, is it?"
Cover blown, running away.
All right. I can't really help, so good luck. I'll be sure to follow with. Don't mention that I'm here, I guess, obviously.
Alright.
And Gala's gonna hurriedly try to see if there's any book that.
Alright.
Um,
Gala, roll, I'm gonna say, an investigation.
Okay then.
Is to see if you manage to find anything in the library.
We still have a hero point, right?
There is a hero
Or-
point, yes.
Mm,
Yeah.
By the way, RB, I have one villain point, not two.
oh yeah, you added on.
Oops.
I'll take it if you want.
No.
No.
It's so much
No,
fun.
I'm gonna go with the 13, I think.
You're gonna go with a 13?
Yeah.
All right, that is completely up to you.
Because it's more important that we get out of here than I find the book.
Well, Gala could just jump out a window and Featherfall.
Is there a window in the library?
Yeah, there's a large window.
Actually, that reminds me. There's one thing I want to ask.
Yes.
So the grounds surrounding the castle, are those just solid walls? Are there any fences?
The wall around the castle are
Hmm.
just solid high walls. It's basically
Okay.
they are solid walls. There's like one main gate in and out, and that's basically it.
Okay. But I assume the gate's like normally open just as guards.
Yes, it has guards and it's normally open.
Yeah. Okay then. Okay, you know what? Wait, I can't use a hero point after the fact, can I?
Yeah, you can.
I can?
Yeah.
Go on then. Alright, I'm using the hero
You
point.
just
Fine.
the only time you can't use a hero point after the fact is if you have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Alright, hero point. Oh, that was worth it.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was
Oh
worth it.
shit. Okay, no more hero points for the party, but that is a 24.
But
All right.
that is a 24.
All right. So, going back to Sherry because this is going to take some time as you're looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry, you're running as the guard is trying to keep up with you. You're small and nimble and fast, and he is having a hard time.
Quick and nimble when she needs to be.
You do hear though. There is actually you look back and you see as the guard pulls on a string from something within his belt, and there's this buzzing sound that gets louder and louder. As seems to be some kind of alarm that he is activating. You get to the bottom floor, and you get to a hallway where you get two choices. You remember there's two ways out of here, through the kitchen and through the main entrance. And it's at this point that you get to choose. Are you going to go through the kitchen or are you going to go through the main entrance?
The kitchen.
Okay. You start running towards the kitchen as you hear more voices of guards running, trying to figure out what's going on because they heard the alarm. You keep running. Eventually you reach the kitchen and you see the burly chef sees you burst in. Oi! What are you doing here? I told you to leave. What's with the alarm?
She is not going to stop and acknowledge him, and I'll just keep running.
All right. He's like, all right. I told you to leave, and he's trying to grab you. So roll an acrobatics versus his athletics.
All right, I had to refresh roll 20 again because it disconnected.
Dwarven Ramsey rolls a
Dwarven Ramsey.
yeah.
Another 24.
Another 24. Very nice. Okay, now your guys are rolling well, huh? See?
Yeah,
Okay.
because now they're no longer doing crimes; they're just trying to escape from doing more crimes.
All right. So Dwarven Ramsey rushes at you, tries to grab you, but you just flip over him. Like, what the fuck? As you knock his head to the floor, and you manage to. Every dwarf in the kitchen is shocked, and you manage to rush out. You're now in the courtyard, and you look around and you see two Goliaths rushing at you. As another Goliath opens the door, and you see it's the one from before, pointing at you as you're running. You gain some great distance from him, and he shouts something. Those Goliaths look at you, and they rush at you with their halberds, and they are going to try to smack you down. Let's see. So you're gonna get 2 attacks.
Oh no.
One attack misses as you jump over it, but then you didn't notice that the second attack comes higher, and it's going to hit you straight up. Uh, again, I rolled max damage. Holy shit.
Oh no.
That's 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Yes.
Okay, good. You continue to run. You get hit, but you recover, and I assume you're trying to head towards the main gate.
Yes.
All right. You hear one of them shouting towards the main gate, and you see the main gate begins to lower. The portcullis closing fast. Let's see. You're gonna roll an athletics to try to reach it before it closes.
Okay. And we're out of hero points.
I believe so.
Oh, wait,
Nope.
wait.
We just got one from
From
Scribs.
Scribs!
Yeah! I'm using it.
The DC was 15. The guards look in shock as this old dwarf, because you still look like an old dwarf, and this old dwarf rushes towards the gate. You slide, baseball slide, as the gate nearly falls on top of you and closes. And for a moment, something great for you happens. The guards are all on the other side of the gate. And you dash into the city.
Close the blast door. Close the blast door. Open the blast door. Open the blast door.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna keep running until I can.
Okay.
I feel like I can find a place I can hide.
Okay. Roll stealth.
I'm good at that.
Okay. Now I have a question just for the people at home. What is Sherry's HP right now? Seth?
Dev?
Oh, I thought you were asking the audience.
No. I'm asking you,
So he's
Seth.
asking on behalf of the audience.
Yeah.
2.
2 HP.
Two.
2 HP. 2 HP. Holy
Two
shit. Yep. Yes. Gala, as you were searching, looking around, you look outside the window and you see guards, the gate's closing, you see Sherry sliding under the gate, and
Carl is like cheering her on.
yeah, and
Like, yes.
you're cheering her on, and you see her vanishing, and then you realize the castle is now on high alert.
With the so the portcullis closed, right? Is it just the portcullis that's closed? If I can see that from here.
Yeah.
Okay, so got it.
All right. But you got some investigating to do.
I do.
Yes. So you have always been the type to read fast, and you get the sense that they are on high alert, but they're still focused on the dwarf that did a mad dash away. So for now, you're more focused on getting something out of all of this, and you find quite a fair bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
So, first piece of information that you get, you find information about a wizard. There's basically a note about a wizard that attempted to enter the Temple of Bones 100 years ago. Apparently, according to the reports, he returned unharmed and refused to provide any information about what he saw. According to the notes, it says he claimed to have made some sort of promise as to why he couldn't reveal any information. Rurik, the lord of this island, Lord Rurik, attempted to arrest and interrogate this elven wizard, but he fled the island when word got out that he was going to be arrested. So the wizard just vanished from the island before he was interrogated. Another piece of information that you find is not the Temple of Bones itself, but about the Forest of Kyra that caught your eye, which was writings from Lord Rurik himself. It is signed about him. That says about his intent and basically plans to exterminate the spiders from the nearby forest, but also how he's frustrated that his ancestors apparently made some deal with this legendary creature, which he doesn't believe still exists, but honor compels him to uphold the deal that his ancestors made, whether this creature exists or not. Another piece of information, you got a lot of information from this as you're like sifting through books and ledgers and scrolls, like as much as you can absorb in this short time. You find a letter with ink that seems to be covering a lot of it, and at first you're ignoring it because it doesn't pertain for about the Temple of Bones. Oh, by the way, you're using comprehend languages, correct?
Indeed.
Okay. This letter is written in Dwarven, and it's part of it is covered in ink. You get the sense that this was like someone was trying to write this letter. It got accidentally covered in ink, and someone just threw it away and started writing another one because it seems recent. It doesn't seem to be about the Temple of Bones, as you're like, because comprehend languages takes 1 minute to read a full page, correct? I think it's something like that.
I can check real quick.
Yeah, basically it takes a while. It takes a while to read a full page.
Yeah, it takes 1 minute to read a page.
Yeah, so it's partially covered in ink, but what you can read in this Dwarven text seems to be about Lord Rurik's son having been attacked by fell orcs and it being taken. It also asks for someone to, and then whatever it is unreadable. It also says it can be dangerous if, and then more unreadable parts, and then something about the pride of the Lord's house being at stake, and his sons failed something unreadable. It caught your eye because of the fell orcs being mentioned here and your recent adventures. More information. Another ledger by Lord Rurik. It would seem that Lord Rurik ordered an investigation 300 years ago that discovered that there is mithril ore in the area of the Temple of Bones that he wanted to mine, but currently is impossible because of the miasma and the undead. And he is very frustrated about this. Another piece of information, because you rolled a 24, you're getting a lot of information from.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm just muted while I'm writing all this down.
Yeah. Throughout all this, you actually find something interesting. It's not information, but you find a safe hidden amongst the bookshelves.
Very interesting, but Gala is purely here for knowledge.
Okay, just saying. You find the safe. Seems
right.
to be very well hidden behind one of the bookshelves. It's by the way, it's like a lock. It's more of a lockbox. It's hidden behind. It's not imbued into the wall, but it's behind a series of smaller books to make it look like they're not more apparent. It's well hidden.
So it's not like a built-in safe. It's just like a.
Yeah, it's a box with like
Oh.
dials and whatnot to open
Oh,
it.
okay.
But it's made of metal. It's reinforced. It's really hard to. It seems to be really solidly built.
He's just looking for info.
Okay. The final piece of info you find is as you're about to give up and think this is all the information we're getting. You find a small ledger, very small ledger that looks very old, covered in dust. It was actually caught between one of the shelves, and the very back of a shelf seems to have nearly fallen down, but it was caught there and forgotten. This small ledger contains the following information. Most of it is not important. Mostly about happenings around the island. However, at one point, it details how an expedition went to the temple before the miasma. It doesn't say when, but from what you know, it has to be at least 200 to 300 years ago, maybe more. There, what catches your eye immediately is a symbol that is very similar to the one you found in the ruins where you found Harsin. It's the same symbol. It also notes that the temple itself is just an entrance into a deeper underground area the size of a city, containing actual buildings. And the thing that is most of note is that there is a tower that is described in there. It seems to stand out. This tower seems to be giving off a dark glow from its very top. And it also details how the explorers, once they entered this city, felt overwhelmed with sadness and continuously more depressed until they felt compelled to just leave. That is all.
Okay.
Also, another hero point from Scribs. Scribs is just dropping all her money.
Thank you so much, Scribs. Thank you so much.
Hot
I
damn.
really need it. Or at least I really need it. Hopefully, our other short friend is out of the rough water for the time being.
Mhm.
Anyway, so having these are all just like parts that I've collected.
This is all from different sources.
Okay.
The ledger, the small ledger, is like the old one, is the more intact one containing this information, but it also contains a lot of other information, not just from this.
Okay. It was a letter that mentioned a deal with the creature, right? Or like a ledger.
It is basically almost like a diary, right? Written
Okay.
by Lord Rurik, that mentions
Yeah. So.
a deal with Mother Kyra.
All right. So it's not specifically like the. It's just that one entry in it. So unlikely there's more information regarding that.
It has other information, but it's mostly just the
Okay.
Lord's writings.
All right. Well then, in that case, I don't think there's. Gala won't take anything from the library.
Mm-hmm.
And so you said there's a window here. This is the
There
second
is.
floor, right? So it's
Yes.
not like super high up.
It is quite high because
I guess it's like a castle.
the ceilings are really tall, so this is quite high up. Yes.
Another question about how long is left on this guy's self.
I'm gonna say you have like a couple of minutes max. But I'm also gonna say, since you've been doing the investigation, you feel like the there's activity outside your door, the door where you are. They're not going into the library, but the guards seem to be more spread out and seem to be searching for possible other intruders.
Okay, if I look out the window, are there like many kind of on the grounds or?
There are quite a few, yeah.
Okay. About how far is it from the window to like the?
To the window, to the
From the
walls.
To the wall, right from the window to the wall. Is
Yes.
that what you're gonna ask us to?
To the window, to the wall. Okay.
From the window to the portcullis.
I'm gonna say to the portcullis. Ooh. That's more than 100 feet.
Okay.
Because you're not. It's the window's not actually facing the portcullis. It's at an angle, so it's not directly facing it, and it's not close to the main exit.
How high do the walls look?
The walls, they're about 20 to 25 feet.
Okay. And like the tops of them are just like are they kind of flat? Are they like
Well, first they have battlements,
Okay.
but they also look like they have passages between the battlements for people to man the walls.
Okay. I guess from in that case, from you said it's like over 100 foot from here to the
portcullis?
main entrance,
Yes.
the portcullis. What about just from here, just to the closest wall?
To the closest wall. 50, around 50.
Okay. In that case, I think what Gala will do is Gala's gonna probably wait, see if there comes a moment where the at least at the very least the guards kind of outside, either like between the
If there's an opening.
the window. Yeah, if there's an opening, she's
Okay.
gonna wait for it if there's an opening. Yeah.
All right, let me just do a roll here.
She'll be trying to at the very least stand not in the immediate view of the door to the library.
All right,
Um,
Gala,
mhm.
you're trying to time this right. You're paying attention, and as you're doing that, the door to the library opens.
Okay then.
The door opens, and you see a dwarf walk in, not in servant's clothes. He seems to have this very nice-looking vest and a coat that reaches all the way down to his ankles. He has a short beard, but with several braids on it, and red hair. that is slicked back by some gel of sorts. As he opens the door, he looks at you by the window.
I thought I said I was standing not in immediate view of the.
You're trying to look at the.
Oh, is it impossible to like? Is the window just in immediate? Like you walk in?
Yeah, it's right in front of the door.
Oh, okay.
The because the entrance, it's basically there's the entrance. The opposite the entrance is the window.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So as you're looking out, you see the dwarf looks at you. You look back.
She'll just kind of bow her head, like, "I'm sorry, there was such a commotion."
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Guards!
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I was scared because there was so much going on.
No. You wait here. Guards! As you hear
Okay.
rushing footsteps.
Can I try and open the window?
Sure.
How big is the window actually? Is it big enough for me to fit through?
Oh yeah. It's more than big enough for you to fit through.
I'm gonna try and open the window and climb out then.
Okay. You open the window. Guards, hurry! She's getting away! As this individual starts rushing, and you see he starts drawing this long sword, this very embellished long sword. Embellished hilt, but the blade is very, very sharp looking. As he rushes at you, let's see. Roll. No, wait. He's gonna attack you. He's just gonna attack
It's
you.
an attack. Yeah. Let me.
What is your AC currently? Because you don't have your armor or your
My
shield.
AC is 13. Oh wait, without the shield, that's probably 11 actually.
It's basically your dexterity. 10 plus dexterity.
Oh, then 0. That's 10. Sorry.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, another hero point. Scribs, you're spoiling them.
Oh, thank you, Scribs.
That is a hit, and second attack. That is a natural 20.
Oh my. Oh no.
Okay, so the first one, not a problem. It deals 4 points of damage because it rolled really low.
Alright,
Now the
sure.
natural 20.
Okay.
Actually, no. He's re-rolling a D10. A D10. I'm gonna keep the last one. First he swings with just one hand, then he goes for a two-handed swing. Let me get D10. Another D10. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's 20 points of damage.
Okay.
As this the first swing just nicks you, but you're trying to jump out the window as the second swing just pierces right through your back. Your whole back gets torn apart. As you're jumping out the window, correct?
Yes, and I'm going to cast Featherfall on myself. as I
Okay.
do so.
Okay, you cast Featherfall as you begin to descend slowly. The dwarf sticks his head out. Hey, you there! Catch her! Catch her! As the guards start looking around, kind of confused.
It is 60 feet per, every 60 feet per
Yeah,
round. So
Yeah, 60 feet per round.
yeah,
So
you can still shout.
well, I was just saying, yeah, it's still like a.
I know it's not like super slowly, and you just slowly fall into their hands now. But by what I mean to say is, by the time you get to you land, they already have sights on you, and you see 4 Goliaths rushing at you.
okay.
What are you trying to attempt to do?
What direction are they rushing from? Just different directions?
Oh,
or-
from 2 from either side. So you have the castle to your back, the walls to your front, two Goliaths from the left, and two Goliaths from the right.
Okay. The ones coming from the right, are those the ones that like would have been by whichever way the portcullis is? Are those the ones that are by the portcullis? So they're more by the portcullis.
Yes, those are the ones coming from the main gate.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna try and dash around them, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let me check a couple of things. I'm gonna use a bonus action.
We're not using.
Okay.
What is it that you're trying to do?
Oh no, it's not something I could do anyway. I'm not wearing my armor. Never mind.
Okay. So you're trying to
yeah,
juke and jive and try to
trying to. You can drive and run past them to get to the portcullis. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give advantage because two of the guards, since you're rushing at them, the other two are left behind a little bit. So I'm gonna give them advantage on their grapple as you're against your either you get athletics or acrobatics as they try to catch you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay, respectable.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
use all the hero points you need.
This is where it all falls apart.
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
13. Okay. Unfortunately, Gala, one of them jumps forward, just lunges, and you jump over him. Put your feet on his back, and you jump forward. But the other one catches your leg, and you smash against the ground. As it's a scramble, but he manages to grab a hold of your ankle, and he's just grabbing it tightly. Where do you think you're going? You're a nimble fucker, aren't you? What do you attempt to do? You're currently grappled by one of them as you see two others that are still rushing.
I'm gonna try and break free.
You're gonna try and break free? Okay. Well, you can re-roll. He's only gonna get one roll. Supposing. You know what?
Did you use your hero point for that message? Your villain point?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna use my villain point for this.
Thanks for reminding me.
I thought I was asking if you'd used the previous. Oh no, you said you just gave advantage. Okay.
Yeah. No. Now I'm gonna use my villain point for this, so you get advantage.
This is opposed athletics, right?
Both athletics or acrobatics. You can choose whichever you want. Not great rolls for me.
Okay, well I'll take my 18.
Okay, cool. That's a 15. So you managed to wiggle out of his grasp. Ah, fuck! Get her!
Okay, I'm running towards the portcullis, freaking legging it.
Okay, you're rushing toward the by the way, I just want to mention it's still down. It's still closed.
Yeah,
because they were on lockdown. All right.
I'm running towards the portcullis.
Okay, so you're running towards the portcullis. You see two guards that are still by the portcullis, and they look at each other.
Those were the two that run towards me. Oh no.
Well, they were coming from that direction.
Oh, okay.
There, you see two guards coming from the portcullis. They look at each other, and they start laughing as you're running towards the portcullis. Where do you think you're going? Come here! As they start walking towards you, reaching out to grab you. What do you do before they reach you?
How close am I to the portcullis?
Misty step distance, yes.
I'm gonna misty step through the portcullis.
I knew you were gonna go. So they're like laughing as they're reaching out, and suddenly you vanish, and they look very confused as you appear on the other side of the gate.
Okay, I'm gonna
run.
Are there guards on the outside as well?
No, actually.
In that case, I'm going to just kind of No, actually, yeah, I'm gonna run. Well, not run. I'm gonna make a brisk jog
Uh-huh.
away, trying not to make it seem like I'm someone who is running away from guards.
All right. I do you drop your illusion?
Only once I'm out of like
Okay. Roll a
line of
stealth.
sight of the castle.
Just roll a basic stealth, just to see.
Do you still have
0
disadvantage?
points.
Oh,
I'm not wearing my armor, so.
okay. Yeah, we have one more
hero
hero point.
points. All right, I'm gonna.
You can use your hero point, yeah. Okay. So you vanish into the crowd outside, trying to look at the castle, trying to see what the hell is going on. Congratulations! You both did a crime, and neither of you got caught. For now.
You know how Sherry had 2 health?
Mm-hmm.
I have 3.
Well then.
We're gonna meet back up, and it'll be like, "Hey, how'd it go? How'd crimes go?" And they're
We're
just
both
gonna be like,
limping
chunks
towards
missing,
each
and be
other.
like, "Nah, went fine. Thanks for asking."
I assume you all go back to the tavern to meet up.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Gala
Yeah,
is.
once the heat's off of me, I'd probably go there to rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gala will try and message Sherry, just like, did you escape? You alright?
Doesn't reach Sherry. Sherry ran in opposite directions,
Alright.
different directions. The message is not close enough. So, I'm gonna say Violet and Azure. Both of you reach the courageous tankard before they do. You sit down. You set up flowers. You made the church all pretty for the little celebration that they're gonna have. It was quite beautiful. You found out that it was actually a set of 3 weddings that they were organizing. And they wanted to make it pretty for the 3 weddings. And as you sit down, you start having a drink to wind down. The door opens, and you see Sherry, bloodied and bruised, walk in. And a few seconds later, you see Gala, also bloodied and bruised, walk in. Both of them with big gashes on their bodies and bleeding all over. Well, no longer bleeding, but like covered in blood, and not having a great time.
Despite.
Oh my god! Oh my light! Are you girls all right? You look terrible.
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Just trip. Don't worry. It's fine.
Has 2 wounds on each of them at
Alright.
2nd level.
Okay, you just roll them.
Where is it? Oh, that's inflict wounds. No, that's not. Another
Oh, let me heal you, splat.
Gala just.
Let me heal you.
explodes.
Crime doesn't pay.
So
Okay, so-
that's plus 4.
Yeah, so 11, I think.
11 for Gala, and then
Okay.
roll another one. Okay. So
And
that's
13.
13 for...
Sure.
No,
Thank you.
15. No, wait. It's 14.
Wait, still
No,
13,
it's
isn't it?
13. It's
4 plus
13.
4 plus 5.
4 plus
Yeah.
4? Yeah, that's 8.
8
Plus
plus
5?
5.
Plus 5.
13.
But
That's
why,
what I
Yes.
said. What are you talking about?
Why would you do that? Why would you do
Exactly.
any of that?
Welcome to Amara Angels, where we learn math.
Yes. Also, thank you for the
Basic
follow.
math.
Hi. Thank you for the follow. But yes, you heal them. They their wounds at least stop bleeding and close slightly. They still look fucked up, but at least they don't look like they're dying.
So,
Thank you.
did
That's
the
all.
crime pay off? It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I actually owe you an apology.
Oh,
Well, you see, there was a chance for me to do a crime. I know, right? And my
you
instinct
say
was to do it, and then Violet told me not to, and then I didn't. But I still owe you an apology.
thank you. And I just want to say, I didn't take anything from the the castle. We merely went inside. Might have tripped onto a sword at one point, but the most important thing is that I acquired some very useful information that could help us not die at the Temple of Bones.
Oh yeah, we did as well.
Excellent. I suppose not crime is also good then.
Let's call it half a crime.
Right then. Well, we're accomplices now. Anyway, if we're gonna discuss this, might be better to do it in our rooms or something. But maybe for now, just
I can say
have a drink.
there. Remember, there's like secluded booths where you can just pull the curtains if you want and have a
Alright.
private conversation there.
We'll go there then.
I learned why they called this place Griffin Crest.
Oh God!
Really?
Are you're not saying that well, you're right. I'm sorry for suggesting this line of investigation. It might have been a little bit dangerous in hindsight.
Well, the good thing is that we're
glad-
all okay. So let's
I'm glad
talk
that,
about what we
I'm glad that
found.
I'm glad that Sherry got out.
I'm glad I
I'm
got
sorry.
out too. It was real close.
I'm sorry for putting you in an awkward position, Sherry. Next time we'll try and
Next time we'll crime better, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
But also,
These two learn nothing.
Oh, they did. They did.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we learned that we need to crime better next time.
Yeah,
next time you need Violet's help to make you invisible. That's what.
so
exactly.
Next time we need to be high enough level I can cast invisible on myself.
So do we want it in the interest of time? Do we just want to assume we all tell
Yeah.
each other what we found out?
And cut to 15 minutes later when the information is split amongst each other.
explained.
Explained, yes.
Right. So, one thing that I found that's not immediately, or it's not really relevant exactly to the Temple of Bones, but it's the note from the Lord talking about the that his son was attacked by fell orcs and something was taken. Considering our encounter with the individual who was after, a certain item that came into our possession, I think we have a pretty good idea of who it belongs to now. So,
Well, it could be. I mean, if these fell orcs were able, first of all, there was not just one item; it was multiple items, and it's also reasonable to expect that the fell orcs. I mean, if they're capable of taking such powerful magic objects, when they could have been doing this to a great deal of powerful people.
Well, yeah, but what my point is that if we do in fact have the item that the Lord is looking for, that may be very useful, as we may be able to use it to, well, gain a bit of favor with him, so that he
In
might,
an audience.
well, I mean, an audience would be fine, but mainly we just need, like, if it does belong to him and we give it back, then he'll like us and probably might, as from these notes that I found, he wants to mine this mithril by the Temple of Bones anyway, so he's interested in it. So he could probably, there's a good chance he'll be, willing to support us in our, expedition to the Temple of Bones.
Sorry, I was muted. Do we even think? I mean, you said that he saw you in the library, and even if you're disguised,
I was
it was
disguised and
right. But we had just. This was right after insisting to one of his servants that we needed to talk to him to get access to his library. Don't you think that if we simply go there and try and get an audience still, that they'll know it's us?
Well, not necessarily. We could, when we spoke, they mentioned that they might, you know what? Maybe we should lay low regarding that for a bit. Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I was just kind of thinking, because I was originally going to think, before learning that we could still request the audience and then head back to Bladeport a bit, because the fact that Helga the Lumen in Bladeport was possibly or likely one of the people at the site when the miasma was created, that's not something that she shared with us before.
Yeah, that is a little bit suspicious. But that also means that if she didn't share at that time, she might not share anything this time either. She could just play dumb. She could just say she doesn't know anything.
Yeah, that's true. By far the most important information, I think, at least what we discovered, is we really need to have potions or something to prevent the necrotic effects. I mean, getting a lot of holy water just isn't, reasonable.
I disagree, actually. I think the most important information we found is that the Temple of Bones is just an entrance to an underground area. If we can find another entrance to that underground area, we can bypass the whole of the miasma and the undead and get straight inside the Temple of Bones.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's... Oh, God, you're so smart.
I am pretty smart, thank you.
Does the card guy know the other entrance?
He might.
You mean Harson?
Yeah, Cardson.
He...
Interestingly, that there was the same symbol that we saw in the ruins that Harson was at, as at the the entrance to the... As in, it was apparently also in the Temple of Bones, which might just mean obviously they're both connected to Harson, maybe. But I don't know. I don't imagine that there's only one entrance. This Temple of Bones is the only entrance to this underground. It seemed like almost like a city or something. There's got to be another way in, because if you just got one way in, then you're just dooming yourselves. That's just stupid. No one would do that. There's got to be another way in. And there's a good chance it might be another one of these, there didn't seem to be anything at the ruins we were at, but maybe there is something, or maybe there's something at another ruins that will lead down underground. It seems like... Yeah.
That's definitely... Here, Violet's going to take out the map they were given of the island to take a look. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, massive.
Also the map massive, thank you.
Yeah, so I think last time I spoke with Herson, he's, I mean, pretty low on energy. I mean, I'm not sure we'll even be able to
Yeah, we
be
might
able
have
to
to
share much with us until we get
investigate
closer.
ourselves.
But I mean, if we look at this, there is the Temple Bones. I mean, there's two things that if there's other, if it's really a massive city like the size of Griffin Crest or even larger, or
There was no explanation on how large it was, just that it was a big that it was the size of a city.
I mean,
Hard to
there
really
could
say,
be
but
there could be any number of, I guess if there was an alternate entrance somewhere, it'd probably be in either maybe the Forest of Kyra or maybe this, just there's kind of some plains up or kind of some forest over directly to the north.
yeah, like yeah, good point. It would have to be somewhat nearby.
Right. I mean, I guess if we think there's an entrance, the only way we could, if we were trying to get an entrance to bypass the miasma, assuming we can actually, the miasma is presumably based on what we found, it's something that could be seen or detected, because otherwise, when would
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know
it's
to
not
put like the
miasma, I
holy
imagine
water?
it's some kind of
Right.
smoky-looking substance.
I mean, if we able to just kind of search around it and try and find, I mean, we could do some research ahead of time to see if there's
Exactly.
any landmarks, and then we can also just go check. And as long as we don't enter the miasma itself, then if we find something, we can investigate further. Who knows how long that might take, and especially means doing some bit more research around here. I mean, maybe it's even beneficial to make some additional money, or I mean, who knows if we go.
Right. Well, another. I mean, the Templar Bones isn't the only issue. It's getting to the Templar Bones, since we have to go through either the the was it Wyverns?
It was Wyvern, yes.
It was Wyverns. We have to go through either the Wyverns or the Spider-filled forest. However, the these notes also do mention the existence of some kind of deal contract between the Lord or the Lord's family and this this creature that's rumored to live within the forest. What was the name of it again? Sorry, I forgot to write it down.
Mother Kyra. It's
Mother
the
Kyra.
Forest of Kyra. It's Mother Kyra.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. There's some kind of deal struck between them, and I can only imagine. I mean, it must be something in the Lord's favour. Obviously, he wants to exterminate the spiders, but he can't. So presumably, the deal is to allow the existence of the spiders in exchange for something. It might be for some kind of passage through there. It's really hard to tell, but if we somehow come into contact with, if we go through this spider forest and we manage to make contact with this rumored Mother Kyra, then we might be able to leverage that.
We could also always, after maybe not necessarily being low, but we could also always try and get an audience with the Lord anyways after some time has passed. I mean, for all we know, the person might not remember us or exactly what us after a week or so, and then even just get ourselves on the agenda, or if we do any sort of task that brings us notability, some credibility, that might kind of put us in a better, going into such a meeting, put us into good favor. And then
we leave town. You said you might want to go and see the
Well,
lumen
like you
of the
like
other
you
city
said,
again.
if
We
we
could go
might
back, but
we could.
you
I'm
want
not sure of
going
how
back and
much more
forth so much.
information. Yeah, I'm not sure how much information we'll get, and I mean that might be a good. Maybe that's a good thing to do if we decide to wait on a meeting with the Lord and then need to kill some time or
Yeah,
something.
I
But
mean, I think
I,
for now, it's probably a good idea to tomorrow I forgot his name then. I'm so sorry. The knight.
Oh,
Silver Knight,
Agror.
Agror. Tomorrow, Agror's leaving tomorrow. I mean, we only have that chance. At the very least, we could try. We're going through the Griffin area. At the very least, we could accompany him. We could try and procure Griffin poison.
Wyvern, yes.
Wyvern poison. I was thinking of Griffin Crest.
yeah,
Try and procure Wyvern poison on the way there, and even if we can't enter the miasma itself, at the very least we can collect some Wyvern poison to then exchange for some resistance to the miasma. For when
Yeah,
we
I
actually do
mean-
want to go make an expedition there.
that's true. We cannot. I would definitely giving him any information would be helpful. And who knows? Maybe if there's a different. Well, he wasn't really concerned about the miasma, so I'm not sure he'd care for finding a different entrance. But I mean, maybe. But even so, any information we can give him would probably help in case he really is that great and
Well,
is
we
able
should probably
to.
refrain
so-
from telling him anything except what's necessary in case he wonders where we got the information from.
Oh, yeah. I just meant as far as yeah. No, that's fair.
I mean, you can tell him what you learn. I mean, just not,
No, I understand. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think maybe that would be a good thing, at least to touch base with him, and maybe we do escort him, or we just spend the next bit of time, trying to find. We could always do that, and then spend more time trying to find information about alternate entrances, possibly.
Exactly. I think the alternate entrances, like I feel like there's a very high chance there's another entrance. The problem is if it's been caved in or something somehow, because obviously it's been a very long time since these have been around. But there must be. I mean, especially if it's a city of that size, there must be at least more than one. The chances of them all being closed are relatively slim. The problem would be, any creatures that might be lurking in the caves leading down and such.
Right.
And obviously finding these entrances in the first place. But if we want to bypass the miasma, I mean, at the very least, the ledgers that this was mentioned in didn't seem to mention any miasma underground. It seems to be above ground. Underground, mainly, the problem is this strange dark tower that makes you sad. I don't know. I feel like I prefer that to the miasma personally.
Well, you are planning on talking to Agror in the morning, correct?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to say at this point you have dinner and you go to your collective rooms to go to sleep. And we're going to end tonight's session here because some of us do have to go. And no,
Just remember.
Molly, I'm going to give you your points back. But some of us do have to go. But yeah, thank you for the session. And next
Thank you
week
for
we are
hosting.
going to see how this turns out, because god damn, this happened.
This was an awesome session. I love this session.
Oh,
Thank-
that's so good.
I really like the.
Guys, the whole time, so they don't know it was us.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was
We did
good.
not do any crime.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. All right, let me just find someone to raid. It's very nice.
Okay, while you're doing that,
Just
I'm
find
gonna
someone
pull
to
up
raid.
a meme to post in chat.
All
While
right.
you do that, I'm gonna split.
All
Bye,
right.
RB.
Bye everyone.
Bye. All right.
Bye.
Oh, we can just raid main cow. She's we raided her before, and she's playing D&D, and it's great. This was a fun session.
This was an awesome session. Oh my gosh.
So this is
That was a lot of fun.
Team Crime versus Team Justice, and both somehow succeeded.
Damn.
Very impressed. Very impressed.
I guess it doesn't really matter if you go against the law or not.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah.
I posted my meme.
I saw. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much to my players, who I think are amazing players and so much fun.
Using DM too.
Thank you, and thank you. Yes, a big thank you to all the people, which I think it was Carbon and Colt, who gave me the
Villain points.
the villain points. Yeah.
You to Scribs and everyone who gave us hero points.
I like villain points.
Whatever, just
They
say
make it
massive
more
raid or
interesting.
whatever. But yeah, thank you to. I'm not gonna thank whoever does hero points. But yeah, bye guys. Thank you, and see you next week. Bye. We're
Bye.
raiding. Shit, we're raiding.
Bye.